The following program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Happiness Jungle with yours truly, Chief Happiness Officer, Lyn-Dee Eldridge. And I am so super excited. I know I say that every time because it's true.
You're an exciting woman.
I'm an exciting woman.
Yeah.
It's all because I have interactions with my exciting guest. And Rafael Calderon, did I say that right?
Very well said.
Very well said, is a gentleman who is a servant leader in so many ways. The topic today and our title today is Reach Out and Touch. And that's what we're going to go over because in so many ways, you electrify the world with your presence and with your actions. So how excited am I to be now? You're on my show. I was on your show, and now I get the great privilege of being honored in your presence.
I'm honored to be in your show, and congratulations.
Well, thank you.
I love this background that you have. This is awesome.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah.
I know. It's incredible.
It's all you.
Wow,
Okay?
it is.
It's all you.
It feels good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Well, you have inspired me in more ways than one. And one of the things that I just found out about you is you just started something new, and you're very excited about it. And
Yes,
I
I
want
am.
you to share that because that's what makes you you. You're following your passion.
Yes, I am.
And you're just soaring. So share with us.
Well, thank you, thank you. Well, basically, my name is Rafael Calderon, like you said. I'm a community health worker. And the whole idea is that I started 2 TV shows here at Access Nashua because I wanted to reach out and touch my community. I want people to be healthy and happy. I took these classes on how to coach or manage someone on how to become healthy. And I've been doing that now for about 2.5 years. And recently, God gave me the opportunity to become independent. So I am now an independent CHW, or community health worker. So I went to Concord, registered my company. It is called CHW Forever, and now I'll be able to help more people.
And your show is CHW in Action.
In action. Because, like I said, I'm always in action, bringing health information to the community of Nashua and anyone that would watch the show. I have people that have watched the show in Russia.
In Russia?
Yeah.
Because we can syndicate these shows.
We can. This place is amazing. We can do all kinds of things with these shows. I had a guest whose mother was in Russia. So she told them to watch the show on YouTube, and the show got all the way out there.
That's amazing.
So
That's
it's amazing.
Good stuff. Well, heck yeah, we can't just keep you here in Nashua, New Hampshire. My goodness, you can't keep a gift like you there. No. We have to travel with you.
Thank you, thank you. No, come travel with me. Let's make the world a better place.
I like that.
And it starts with a community at a time, a person at a time. That's my motto.
You do a lot with children.
I do. Well, yeah. Now I started doing this YES program that I have. And YES stands for Quisqueyas and Youth Enlightened Success. And the Q is silent, so yes. Because back in the day to me is 2006. I started working with the youth, and I noticed how teaching them life skills and job readiness was preparing them to have a better life after high school. And when they saw that they could have a better life, I instilled in them that they needed to go to college to have more opportunities. And when they implemented those skills, when they put them to work, their lives began to get better. They saw that. They became better students. Okay? The ones that were 18 and over found jobs. I was able to help 2 of them to find jobs. And then they moved them to be supervisors. And in the following year, some of my new students, they actually hired because of the program. Yes. So I teach basically, I'm used to teaching teenagers, high school students, on how to create ideal lifestyles by learning how to set and achieve goals, and indeed work towards creating an ideal lifestyle via education, and basically being the best person that they can be, living the best life that they can. And the surprising thing to me, Lyn-Dee, is that their parents started calling me and asking me, what are you doing with my kids? Look at I've seen a positive change in them.
Oh, wow.
So I said, this is something that I need to do more deeply. Per
Wow.
se.
So you started off doing it just because it's you. There was nothing really challenging or channeling. I don't want to say challenging, channeling you to do this for a living. You started making a difference in these kids' lives, and the parents started responding to it, and you said, wait a second, there's something here.
Yep.
And I want to share with our audience out there, that's what you want to gravitate towards. If there is something that somebody else is acknowledging that you have a strength for, then maybe that's what you should be starting and going for.
Exactly. And from the kids, the teenagers, then ended up teaching it to kids. And this year, I had the privilege of having the YES program at the Boys and Girls Club. And I have 5 wonderful kids. And I started teaching them these life skills, and they started responding. And again, the parents started reaching out to me. I have one parent that wanted to go on a field trip with us. And then she and I met afterward, after the program, and we talked. And I can tell you what we talked about.
Right.
But we had a long conversation about how I could perhaps guide her in the right direction, career-wise. So these things that I'm teaching, they're not mine. They're really not mine. I don't take any credit. These things are out there.
Right.
I just pick up what I think I can use to help people, to empower people, and then people connect with that. So if anything, I'm more like a connector. I don't think of myself as a leader.
Right. And you keep transferring the greatest information and the tools.
That's exactly. So
it's up to others to interact with it.
It's up to others to respond to it.
Yeah.
So I don't see me as a leader. I see me as a helper or a servant, a profitable servant, like the Bible says.
That is true.
Yeah.
You've helped children, and you think that our kids resonate because of the parent, and in fact, what you just shared with us is that the parent resonated because of the child.
If you really work with the youth, you'll find that a lot of the issues that they have start at home.
Yeah.
And sometimes parents love their kids, but they have too much going on in their lives, so they have to work 2 to 3 jobs. Something's happening at home where these kids are feeling disconnected from their parents. And sometimes it takes the kids to get the parents back into the basics.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing when you see it happen.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, it's inspiring because there are many children out there that are gravitating, wanting the attention that you are giving them on that positive note, to say to them, you can do anything.
Yes.
You can do anything you want. If you reach out and touch,
exactly,
you can become everything and everything.
And you know why? If you reach out and touch, it's because you connect to that one thing, that universe, that oneness, right? That creative energy that can help you get anything you want, no matter how old you are.
Tell me about Batman.
Okay.
We got Batman in the house. Tell me about Batman.
I am Batman.
I know you're Batman.
This ring that I carry, it's a gift.
I love that ring.
Yeah.
And it's a Batman ring, by the way.
It's a Batman ring. 2 of my nieces, I have many nieces and nephews. These 2 ones, I call them my angels. They knew that I wanted to see the Batman versus Superman movie since it was announced 2 years before it came out. So the day that it came out, they came to see me. They brought me this ring. And then we went to see it together.
That's fantastic.
So I'm Batman because Batman, to me, it's all about overcoming obstacles. It's all about facing your fears. Many people think that Batman instills fears in his enemies because he's a grouchy type of guy. It's because he knows that fear paralyzed him. So when he sees
fear paralyzed him.
Yes. So when he lost his parents, fear paralyzed him. So he couldn't do anything about it. So when he sees criminals hurting other people, he figures, I'm going to scare them. I'm going to make them feel fear. So they stop doing what they're doing. Because if you look at the Batman history from the 1970s, whenever it came out, Batman has always been about a psychological message to the people he encounters. And the reason why the Joker is his greatest enemy, not Bane, that is the most powerful one, is because the Joker is mental. The Joker is chaos. Batman is order. So I love the Batman character because it's all about being focused, using what you have for the better of others, and not dwelling on your past, not dwelling on your pain, because then that traps you.
We spoke about at the beginning of the show something about your past, and you said, I don't ever remember I only remember the fill in the blank.
I never remember the negative experiences. I only remember the positive ones. And it has become an automatic thing. It went into my subconscious. So today I have a bad encounter, bad situation with someone. At the moment, I let that energy come in, I accept it, and then I let it go. And once it's gone, it's gone.
And
I don't remember it.
It's not always the easiest thing to do, but if you keep practicing it, like anything else, it becomes easier.
Yes.
I try to share with people, look, you didn't get this chaotic life in one day, or maybe you did, but no, you know, you pretty much are who you are because over time.
Yes.
So don't expect change to happen so quickly, but start taking the action so slowly everything can happen. It's that slight edge philosophy.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
It doesn't take, if you build something, positive or negative, for days, months, years,
Right.
it's not going to disappear just because you change your mind and you change. To me is easy.
Yeah.
What's hard is to maintain the new mentality. And that's where you and I work with people, is we help them bring out that best of them,
Right.
so they can get that strength to maintain. The key is to maintain.
The key is to maintain.
Yes.
Wow.
So no. I mean, things happen. I'm a human being. I mean, I get angry. I get upset sometimes, but I let it come in for a moment, because I don't think anyone can be happy all the time.
You can't.
I don't think you can avoid negative feelings all the time.
That's right.
But that doesn't mean that you have to keep them. You don't have to keep them. Somebody does something wrong. Okay, enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
It may do whatever it to me. It may do whatever it may do to me now, but tomorrow I'm going to forget. And you're still going to be the type of person that feels the need to do that kind of behavior.
Right.
So very few things get to me.
I like that,
Yeah.
and I love that a lot. A matter of fact, all of like my blogs and everything that's on my website, happinessjungle.com, I really help people understand that it's okay to let go. It's okay to be who you are. And a matter of fact, that's the only person that you should be, is who you are, so you can carry on and you can create that inner circle of betterness for yourself and for others around you. And if the others around you don't want the better, then you need to go find new inner.
There you go.
Right?
There you go. You said something to me when we first met, which is, I admire you so much because of the work you do. And you said, I only surround myself with happy people.
Amen.
And I don't really see how a happy person can be around a non-happy person. It just doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen.
To me, it's when someone is not truly happy. They maybe pretend to be happy. Then they can be easily swayed into an unhappy person.
Right.
But I don't see how, if someone is truly happy,
Yeah.
they can be around at least for a long time.
Yeah.
Around unhappy
And you're absolutely right. You know, happiness is a choice. It's not a hoax. It's a reality of actions.
Yes.
And I'm so glad that you brought that. No, I can't be happy 100% of the time. Yes, I have stuff going on. But what I don't allow it to do is exactly what you don't allow it to do, is just to control me when it no longer has any value in my space. There's nothing I can do about it anymore. It's already happened. I've already challenged the emotion, and now it's just time to let it go. You want to know how I do that sometimes?
How do you do that sometimes?
Sometimes I do it by being childlike.
Tell me about that.
Not childish, but childlike, because I remember there were good parts of me growing up that would bring me joy. And it was always the simple things in life, like going to the dentist. Now, that wasn't always the fun. That was never fun for me.
I can imagine.
But you know what happened after I would ever go to the dentist? The treasure chest.
The treasure chest.
Did you ever have a treasure chest when you went to the doctor where you could just pick out a pencil or a sticker?
I only went to the doctor when I was about to die.
Well, I want to take you into a good memory of mine.
Okay.
After the doctor, not during the doctor.
Okay.
We were able to go into this treasure chest if we were good. And it was junk. It was stickers or pencils or little gadgets. And now in the happiness jungle, because it made me happy, and I love people to go back to a childlike state, not immature, but childlike, so they can enjoy, right? So I'm going to bring up my treasure chest, and I want you to go and hunt for a treasure for yourself, and then you're going to share with me some kind of joyous reason that when you leave here, you're also going to use it, whatever it is. It could be a pencil, a sticker, to keep rolling into the happiness jungle for the rest of the day. You
Bring it
ready?
on. Bring
All
it
right,
on.
so here you go. This is called the
Okay.
happiness treasure chest,
Okay.
and I want you to pick something out of it.
A saxophone.
Why a saxophone? Out of everything
Well-
else, why a saxophone?
Because this reminds me of my very first date when I was in college. I met this young lady that I had a crush on her, but I didn't speak English all that well then. I mean, I don't speak it all that well now, but I'm better than I used to be. So I know that she liked this instrument. I didn't know exactly how to translate it. I just know that she liked it. So I took a class. I never understood what the notes said because they were in English. I didn't know English yet, but I did know how to try to make it sound good. And I asked her on a date. I actually wrote it down. You know how I learned English? I had a bilingual dictionary. So I had an English dictionary. So I find a word that I didn't understand.
Right.
I would look for the meaning in Spanish, and then I would write a sentence in English, and then instead in my head. So I wrote her a note, and I thought I wanted to play this for her, and I guess it worked. We dated for a while. So you just brought me a very good memory with this.
See?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Happiness Jungle Treasure Chest. Isn't that
Thank
great?
you. It's awesome.
Yeah.
See, I love these things, you know.
I know. It's the little things.
Nice.
It's just the craziest little things that come into me. And I decided, you know what? If it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And guess what? It works. Look at the smile on your face.
See?
Huh. I brought
Yeah.
back a really happy memory.
Yes, you did. I owe you one.
And I like that. Oh, trust me. And the other thing that I want you to know is that your English is beautiful.
Well, why, thank you.
And you don't have to ever apologize for it being lack of, because it's not.
I'm good.
You are very, very good. What I enjoy the most about somebody that has a different accent than I do, or that I'm used to doing, is I love to look at them in their eyes when they're speaking, because I understand every word they're saying, even if I'm having a little trouble understanding the word that they just said.
Very nice.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Smiles are, it's universal.
It's
Laughter is universal.
A language of its own.
It's a language of its own, and it is delicious and yummy, and I wouldn't give it up for the world. So for everybody that's out there that's saying, you know what, I'm kind of stuck, I really don't know how to get out of a situation, share with us, what could be an activity? Because I love my audience to be active. They can't just sit on a couch, can you? No, you can't just sit on a couch. When you're watching the Happiness Jungle, then you have to be active with being able to move forward in your life. So it's very important that our audience here is learning how to engage in their inner happiness core, so you could start working on it. Not because you're going to miraculously be happy, but because you're going to start being able to smile. After you watch this show, the next person that interacts with you, what we want them to do is to say, what happened to you? Your whole attitude is just different. You feel like you're glowing. So share with these people that are kind of stuck because they feel like society has ripped them off, right? Robbed them. There's so many people out there that is just the woes me, instead of looking at things of, well, wait a second, what can I learn from this? And because you do so well what you do, which is help people out of their rut, I want you to share with them the experiences.
Okay, well, I'll tell you. Let me give a quick example of something that I use. I'm a fan of Napoleon Hill, and he had a client one time, a man that was homeless. He was about to commit suicide, jump off of a bridge, because he felt that he had nothing to lose. Life was bad to him. He had nothing going on. Nobody cared. Nobody loved him. Everyone was unfair and abused him. So Napoleon Hill said, you know, I listened to you. Let me introduce you to the only man that can help you, because this guy came in and said, only you can help me, only you can, so on and so forth. So Napoleon Hill took a mirror and showed it to the guy. And he said, only you can help yourself. Only you can, well, no matter what's going on in your life, you have two choices. You can put your energy into making things better by thinking positive, by thinking of what you could do to make things better. Or you could spend the rest of your, well, let's say time. You could spend your time feeling sorry for yourself, blaming something, someone, simply allowing negative energies to come to you. It's okay if you choose to do that, but I can tell you that all that's going to do is just keep you in the situation that you are in. No matter what you're going through, if you have it within yourself to realize that you could do better, then that's enough for you to start doing better. So that's what I try to teach people. I try to tell them, I put them in front of a mirror, like Napoleon Hill did, and they say, look, you have all this power, all this potential. Right. You can do anything you want to do with your life. Wow. If something is not working out, then try something new. If you need to change your situation, then change it. I just, as long as people are healthy, I think they can do whatever they want to do, and they can change their situation.
Yeah, and you know what? I've met people that aren't healthy and can do the same thing. Because if they want to be healthier,
Yes.
No matter what their challenge is, they always have to do the reflection.
And I agree.
And I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
And to clarify is by being healthy, I mean a healthy state of mind.
Yes.
If you have a healthy state of mind, you could be physically ill, you could
Yeah.
have limitations. Your body can be limited, not your mind.
Right.
You see? So
I like that. I'm glad
Yeah.
that we clarify that, because there are people that are watching saying, "Oh, I'm not healthy," or "I'm that." You know, you have to understand. Again, that's a victim mentality,
yes.
and you're never going to heal. So I want to make sure that we have a lot of good clarity on the show.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to mention it,
Yes.
make sure that it's understood. It's all about, when you say mental health, which is why it's not such a big word in my vocabulary, people automatically think of having mental issues, not about wanting to be at peace,
Right.
not about wanting to be relaxed and stress-free. So that's what I mean. Is if you are anyone that is mentally healthy,
Yes. Yes.
can change the situation if they want.
I love it. And also, we have to learn that we don't always have to contribute to a conversation.
Okay.
We don't. If you're hearing a conversation, whether you're a part of it or you're interacting with it, you don't have to interact with the conversation. If it doesn't agree with you and it doesn't feel good to you, and you can't leave, just stifle. Just look at them in their eyes and just even put a smile on your face and go. Eventually, the conversation's going to come to an end because the person who's venting venom isn't going to understand how can they penetrate through you, because a pause is a part of being happy. Understanding communication. One of the greatest things, I got lots of toys here, don't I?
Show me.
Okay, so one of the things that I really love to resonate with, it's called the duct tape philosophy.
The duct tape
The
philosophy.
duct tape philosophy. And the duct tape philosophy has to do with pause. So I would like to give you a duct tape.
Okay.
I'm going to take a duct tape, and I'm going to give you a marker.
All right.
And all I want you to do on this piece of duct tape, guys, if you have duct tape, you could do this at home too. And I want you to take this marker, and I just want you, not a smiley face, just a smile.
Just a smile.
Just a smile.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay?
Okay. See. How's that?
That's a very pretty smile. It's a very handsome smile.
Well, I thank you very much.
Okay. Well, I like that. Okay. And I'm going to do the same for me, because I have to practice what I preach all the time, don't I?
Indeed.
So, indeed. So I'm going to give myself a smile, just like you. This duct tape philosophy means that you're engaged with a conversation and you're not even sure that it's going your way. You're not even sure how to respond to it. As a matter of fact, you want to respond. But the way that you're going to respond is just going to create more animosity. It's going to create more, it's not going to be healthy. Your blood pressure is going to rise. Duct tape philosophy in the happiness jungle community means that it's time to pause. So you can both think more clearly and then maybe revisit the conversation. So if you and I are having a conversation and your opinion isn't agreeing with me and I'm really not, and I'm getting kind of agitated at it, like you said, happy people can't be happy all the time, you could carry that duct tape with you wherever you go. And as soon as that agitation starts, first of all, you can look at the person and put a smile on your face.
I like that. I like that.
Now, they're still not resonating with what you're doing. So then you could go,
That could get some people upset.
it could get them upset, but at the same time, after you do that, you could share with them what I've just shared with you is that I think it's time to pause.
Okay. Very diplomatic.
Yes.
All right.
You know
what?
So I'm a firm believer of that. So so let's practice, okay?
I'm gonna use this.
Right? It's very good, and it's one of the most gravitating things that I do with my clients. And they're all over the world, is I teach them the methods of how to have a healthier communication. And one of them is absolutely pausing. And the duct tape, people look and go, what are you doing? So I just think that we need to pause and get up. But this is just like a stop sign for people.
Okay.
It's not anything, it doesn't mean to get them angry. It's like, yeet! What does that mean?
You don't want to make this sign?
I don't want to make that sign. No, I want them to understand that I think that it's time that we duct tape our mouth and shut up. basically. And I never use the word shut up, but just stifle, just to be able to pause and to feel. Rafael, tell everybody how they could get in touch with you, because you are something that is so powerful. I can't keep you all to myself.
Well, why, thank you so much. Okay.
Share with everybody.
Well, you can reach me mainly by my phone, 603-892-1980, by email at quisqueya@gmail.com, which is QSQUEYA@gmail.com. You can also reach out to the Access Natural TV station. I have my TV shows here, so the station has my contact information. And you can also, when you go into this website to watch this awesome TV show by Lyn-Dee, you can also look out CHW in Action or Quisqueyanos, and at the end of it, you'll see my contact information. So I'm here to help in any way that I can.
And he changes so many lives. He changes my life.
Well, thank you.
And thank you very much for accepting the invitation onto the Happiness Jungle.
It's my pleasure.
I give hearts out all over the world to people that I just love to make sure that they always have good energy when they're going through any kind of agita or surge. So again, from my heart to yours.
Well, wow. Thank you,
Yeah,
you.
so right in the
it.
palm of your hand, I want you to feel this, because there's something about these hearts that I've been giving out for 19 years, to my knowledge.
Wow.
It's the last person that said to me, Lyn-Dee,
Nice.
I have my heart that you
Wow.
gave to me
Check it
19
out.
years
I have a
ago.
heart. Should I go here? I have a heart. Very nice.
Yes. And I resonate towards that heart because of what it does for other people.
And
Just
I like
the
the way it
simplest
feels.
things, right?
Yeah. Simplest things that remind you of the good things.
Simplest
That's why I
things.
love what you do. Before I met you in person and I saw your TV show, I said to myself, I'm going to like this lady. You're all about positive energy.
Yeah.
So it's really been a pleasure to have
Oh
met you.
my goodness, namaste, and thank you very, very much. I want my audience, our audience, because it's our audience today. You know that, right? These are all your people out there.
Well, I'm touched.
And, well, they're touched because of everything that you brought to their home. So you've gravitated towards them, and I really hope that you all understand the change. I truly hope that you understand how to reach out and touch not only yourself, but others. Because when you help others be happier, something inside of you dials happy.
Yes.
So with that, everybody, thank you so much for shining. And I want you to always remember to go to happinessjungle.com, read the blogs, and feel the energy that's coming, because it is all about you. And that's one way that I reach out and touch. And
Nice.
again, thank you so much.
My
Will you
pleasure.
come back?
I'll be happy to.
All right, I'm excited. Thank you, everybody. Give a good hello and goodbye.
The preceding program was provided by an independent producer solely responsible for its content. The opinions expressed do not necessarily represent the views of this station, its staff, board of directors, or underwriters.